Hi guys, I'm Gautam Munjal. I design, build, and operate hotels for a living. I'm here to talk about my tryst with entrepreneurship. But let me say something. Sometimes in life, the bravest thing that you can do is to disappoint everyone. The year was 2010. I was in a school pursuing a professional course, just like all of you. And I went to my parents and I said, I can't do this. It broke their heart. They had aspirations for me for a certain career path. They had goals set out for me. They had tried to build a legacy for me. And I broke it all. But sometimes in life, breaking is the only way to rebuild. I was born in a very small town called Firozpur, close to the border in Punjab. We moved to Chandigarh. My father is a distinguished lawyer. My mother had a 40-year career in teaching. My sisters were academically brilliant. And I was supposed to follow the same legacy. I was supposed to be this overachiever. I was supposed to carry this on. I was supposed to be academically brilliant. And the chair was set for me. I enrolled into a law school. I gave an entrance exam. And I still don't know how, amongst 2,000 students applying for 200 seats, I literally was in the top 2. I was like, I don't know how this happened. So, with a career path set, with 5 years set in front of me, I went in. But 2 years down, I hit a wall. I hit a wall where I couldn't absorb any of the books that I read. I couldn't connect to a group of friends who were passionate about case laws, about statutes, about debates, about moot courts. I just wasn't. I was super duper clueless. I didn't know what direction to take. I asked myself, what makes me passionate? I asked myself, what is it that I really want? There was this pain within of disconnection. Movies inspired me. Movies like The Social Network, The Founder, Rocket Singh, and multiple other such content for whatever there was at that time. And I tried to absorb all of it, and I understood with time, I want to solve problems at a larger scale probably. And I started going to meetups, business meetups, started without telling my parents. I wasn't going to college, I was doing that because I was so inspired by certain journeys of entrepreneurs in my own city, etc. And another breaking point happened right after that. I enrolled for a student exchange program in Eastern Europe without having any clue on how to apply for a visa, on how to book an international flight, on how to cook a meal for myself. Without having any clue on the local language, I just went in. I was in a group of 10 students amongst 7 countries, from 7 different countries, similar age groups. And one fine day, so we were supposed to hop cities from one city to another. We were in a teaching program. So one fine day, a friend of mine from that group just said that, hey guys, we've spent a lot of money, so the next destination, let's hitchhike. And I'm like, hitchhiking? I Googled it. I had no idea what hitchhiking was. So hitchhiking is basically that you get on the highway, you ask for a lift, and if you're lucky, then you get on the road. Maybe you have to hop from a bus to truck to a private vehicle, but you don't have to pay for it. So we challenged ourselves. So 10 of us, 5 boys, 5 girls. And we were paired up as couples, and then we just went for it. So I was with this Russian girl, and then the first car we tried, she stopped. She spoke in Russian for about a minute with this driver who was driving solo in a Mercedes E-Class. And she stopped, they spoke, and the first car that we stopped, we just got in. And I'm like, is this even real? And I'm like, look, I'm in such a far land, far, far away from home, amongst people that I don't understand the language. I do not know the concept of hitchhiking. My father was scared to let me go to the next street because they were scared for my safety on a bicycle. And here I am, far away at the age of 17 and a half, 18. That experience of course, taught me a lot. It was beautiful. It was crazy, but it was beautiful. The high of freedom, the high of collective decision making at that age to do something like that, which was super new for me, it was so impactful. I came back to India after 3 months, and the disconnection with my course, with my study, it was just still there. I could not connect. That pain just kept growing, that I'm here, having spent my parents' money in a professional course. Where am I going to go with this? I took a pause. I told myself, I need to open up about this, that I can't do this. I want to finish this course, but probably the law career, the seat that is ready for me is not for me. So, like any youngest child in the family would do, I teamed up with my sisters and I said, I want to tell my parents this. And they were supportive. So yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow for my parents. And then eventually I told them one thing very categorically, that look, I do not know what path I want to take in life, but I definitely know what path I don't want to take in life. And sometimes knowing the path that you don't want to take is so much more important than the path you want to follow. Because what does it give? It gives clarity. So, there was pain, that pain of failure, that pain of letting down, that pain of expectations. It was all very tough. From relatives, from friends, that disconnection always grew, and I had multiple backlogs by the time that I was in the 4th year. And that pain became my biggest drive. It sowed a seed within me where I felt that I want to do this. This is my calling. I want to probably get into starting something of my own. And it wouldn't have been possible probably at that age. So I kept going with it. At the age of 25, with 2 years of corporate experience behind me, I found my calling in a building in Delhi, an abandoned building. And through my travel experiences, I understood what did I like doing. I liked connecting people. I liked talking to strangers. I want to create a space which gets people together. In that building, in that abandoned building, I could imagine the chitter-chatter, the people checking in, strangers becoming friends. And that's when I knew I want to do this for life. I want to build hotels that get people together, hotels that are design forward, hotels that are community focused. And I showed this place to a lot of my friends, to a lot of my ex-colleagues, etc. as well, to gain some sort of authenticity that is my idea really going to work. So I went to my father because I had to borrow some money, and I asked my father that if I can get 15 minutes of your time. I prepared a business model canvas presentation because that's what I just knew. And I showed him this. My father's a lawyer, of course, and then he's like, look, son, I don't understand any of this Excel sheet drama, but if you're so sure of what you're doing, if you're so confident of what you're doing, do not look back. There is no plan B. Go all in. And he said one thing, that the moment you feel comfortable that you've succeeded in what you're trying to do, only then feel comfortable. Until then, make this your day and night, eat, sleep, and repeat, just doing this. So I was a horse in a long race with blinkers on. And I was on this journey by myself. And then I'm like, probably a co-founder would do good. So I spoke to some friends, pitched them the idea, some ex-colleagues. None of them bought it. None of them understood what I wanted to do. They were, of course, they were extremely appreciating, and they were extremely motivating, supporting, but no one wanted to join. And that's when I understood that probably walking alone is the best thing that you can do in life. And for me to expect somebody to run the same marathon like I was, but if they don't have the fuel and the energy to run with me, am I even right to expect that from somebody else? I went in all by myself. Because sometimes in life, taking decisions all by yourself at whatever age we are, it could really change us. It could really change our character, and that was my moment, that was my tipping point. Today, the idea of minimalist is pretty simple. In a world obsessed with excess, I wanted to create something which is humble, which is easy, which connects people. And that one idea, that whole struggle, is today 10 outposts with about 75,000 check-ins a year. And none of this was easy, and it will never be. There were so many times I was told that, look, pat yourself on the back, you've done enough. COVID was one such time, and then it was like pat yourself on the back, you've done enough, you've tried enough, but let it go, rebuild again. But that's when I understood that I want to keep going. And I'm sure a lot of you have been told this in life as well, that maybe you've done enough, maybe you've tried enough, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. But consistency is all that matters at the end of the day. So, when I wake up every day, it's all about the day that I started. The whole vision of building something which is far bigger than myself. So, just to sum it all up, if I had to brief this into 5 learnings, number 1, sit with your pain. Embrace it, don't escape it, feel it, and rise above it. Number 2, clarity matters the most. Sometimes in life, knowing what you don't want to do is much more important than getting into knowing what you want to do. Walk alone if you have to. If nobody hears your call, walk alone. And don't chase success to probably shut people down. Chase excellence every day to have a better version of yourself the next day. And number 5, when you find your true calling, there is no plan B. Thank you.